Alright guys, today's leg day. Our leg day is pretty quick, not that intense because he has a lot of knee problems and it's just better to go light, make it quick, still do it, but not hurt him.
Yeah, which I'm appreciative. I don't want to be hurt. So yeah, it's a pretty quick leg day. Go fairly light. You may not see the best form. Even when I was completely healthy, legs weren't necessarily a concentration of mine, except for when I was in high school, which was some time ago. But listen, we're going to do a little bit of legs. We're looking to find some attachments for the cable machine. I think there's some attachments that will make it to where we can do some leg extensions, maybe some leg curls that we'll incorporate in the future. But I think my wife, she knows how to do that, so Christina will show us how to do it. But for today, we're talking about doing some deadlifts. We're talking about doing some back squat and some narrow stance squat, and then potentially doing some lunges.
Yeah.
All right. All right. We're gonna rock out a quick 10. For me, I'm gonna concentrate on trying to have some decent form. My right knee gives out on me sometimes, so we'll see how that goes. Some days it's really good and I can crank things out and make it look halfway decent, and other days not. Tyler's gonna critique my form. He might call it some audibles like put my butt down or whatever. Again, this is not something super comfortable with, but you know, it is, and by the way, I don't need grips for this first thing, given the weight, but I'm already sweating, and so it's more because of sweat control stuff. First set.
Alright, it's my first set now. It'll probably be the same thing. Just gonna go 10. I'm just gonna let him keep the grips on for now. If we get a bit heavier, I might use them though. Yeah.
Push your hips out.
Yeah.
Second set, 185. Again, I'm keeping it nice and light. Tyler may try to go a little heavier, but I do. We warmed up 135. I'm gonna try 185, 205, 225. Keep it in the 10 rep range if I can. Again, I never know what's going to happen with specifically my right knee. But that's the goal for me, and yeah, we're going to get after it.
More.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Might only did 9.
Alright, it's my second set. I'm just gonna stay the same weight as him. Get 10. Then we'll move up to 205, then 225, and that'll probably be it for deadlift.
Tyler likes leg days. The few times we do it, because he dominates me in legs. He definitely deadlift much more than me. He also likes shoulder days because he has better shoulders and can lift a lot more than me on that too. So he should be excited. I don't know why he's not smiling while he's doing that. He's suppressing his smile for you guys.
All right, there's 10.
All right. I know 205 is like super lightweight for a lot of people, but this should be nice and challenging for me. Again, getting into working out legs, so we'll see how this goes. Hopefully it didn't look too sloppy.
All right, this will be my third set. I'm just going for 10. Then we'll do 225 for 10. And like I said before, that'll probably be it for deadlifts. Then we'll move on to back squat. And then we'll probably go straight from normal back squat to like a close back squat, with just your feet close together. Then maybe some lunges and then get out of here. All right.
All right, last set. We'll see if I can hit this for 10. I'm not expecting to. This, again, it's not easy for me. I will take my phone out of my pocket though. Let's see how this goes. And we just bought Versa grips, and I'm not gonna lie, really simple, but like also takes a minute to kind of orient yourself. I lost track. I think that was 10. I lost count.
All right, this is my last set. My dad made it look better than I thought he would. He made it look pretty good. So I'm just gonna try not to let him one up me. We also finally turned on the lights because we forgot to do that at first. So if it looks a little bit different, that's why.
All right, get after it. All right, you do some squats. Been a long time since I did this. In order to make sure I get a decent depth, I'm gonna go ahead and do touch and goes on the bench here. I think that'll help make sure I get a decent depth, but also provide that mental stability that I'm not gonna just fall all the way to the ground. But anyways, here we go. I'm gonna try to do 10, I'm gonna do 10, and we'll move up. My plan is to keep it consistent like we did our deadlifts. Don't know if you get to hear the snap, crackle, pop. That's what it sounds like.
All right, I'm just gonna do the same thing as Sam. Just do 10, and we'll see how it goes.
You're going way too light. I don't hear any snap, crackle, popping on you.
All right, here's set 1.
All right, set 2, we'll just try 185. That is not very comfortable on my knee, and I don't want to hurt myself, so I think I'm done.
All right, he's done. His knee's hurting. I'm gonna finish out the workout. He'll still be out here, so yeah, that's really it.
Do you mean to move the bench? Now that's just you?
Yeah, we can do that real quick.
All right. We'll just keep it on. The camera's still on.
All right. Oh yeah, I'm just moving so I don't get hit by the bench. All right, we'll see if my depth gets better or worse without the bench. All right, sweaty hands.
Here you go. All right, I decided to jump back in on the third set. I'm just not going to go up in weight. I'll just stay at 135. My knees don't feel very stable, and I'm just not very comfortable with it. So maybe just doing some kind of weight will help bring a little bit of confidence back and maybe make some improvements. But I'm not going to injure myself, but I also don't want to not work out with Tyler. So here we go. One more.
All right, I went and got my belt. I probably should use it for deadlift too. It's really good, especially if you're not like a super experienced lifter or if you're going really heavy. It just helps make sure your form is nice. You know, that you're not bending your back as much. All right, Just do it.
There you go. There you go. Breathe. Nice. Nice and easy. All right. Try our last set of this. Again, just trying to get some reps in. Hopefully, throughout this process, we'll get a little bit stronger, and it'd be really cool to see this go up over the coming months. So.
All right, I did end up getting 10 on the last one. We'll see if I can get 10 on this one, but I'd really be fine with 8. After this, we're just gonna do some narrow squats, really light, like 135. Probably 3 sets of 10, 4 sets of 10, something like that. And then we'll get out of here. It'll be really quick, but he's hurting, so it's just good we're still doing stuff. We're not quitting on the workout. All right, let's get this done.
Go, dig deep, do one more. I said dig deep, don't go deep. That's not what I meant.
All right, I got 10. Pause deep on the last one for fun. Let's go.
All right, we're gonna do narrow squat. I'm gonna try to do 135. 3 by 10 is what we're gonna shoot for. Both my knees not feeling very stable. Listen, I know it sounds like every time we get in front of the camera, we're complaining about something. I promise you get like 25 years in the military, 23, 25 years in the military. The reason I say that is because I have a break in service. If I didn't have a break in service, it'd be 25 years. You accumulate injuries throughout that time. You're just kind of brutal on your body. But listen, like Tyler said, I'm here to get better. So we'll work through it, and we'll do the things we're comfortable with, and hopefully make small improvements. Whoever out there wants to provide some good critiques, I'm obviously open to that too.
That's what his feet look like. All right, like you said, 3 by 10. I showed you his feet. Make sure your feet are close together. It's narrow squats. What does it hit? Quads?
Yeah, I think so.
It hits the quads better than normal squats. At least it's supposed to. My dad's fact checking. While he does that, I'm just gonna start my squatting.
Says primarily targets the quadriceps, front and front of the thighs. It also engages the glutes and adductors, your inner thigh.
All right, second set again, close feet, 10. Just doing this 3 times. I think the first one, my dad's looked better than mine. So I'm gonna try to make that not the case this time. Last set. All right, guys, last set. Try to make it a good one. I'm going.
All right.
All right, guys, it's our leg workout today. Again, it was light, it was quick. As we progress through this, I think our leg days will get heavier, more extreme. But for now, especially with him hurting, that's all we're doing right now.
Yeah, so we put down a couple things here to talk about. Yesterday's first day on the diet. I know for me, it was a lot more food than I anticipated. And it's weird, I usually go through spurts of craving sweets, but yesterday, the minute I say I'm on a diet, that's all I wanted was sweets. How about you?
Yeah, I really wanted pizza throughout the day. I saw a couple of videos and advertisements for pizza. Sounded super good. Luckily I got pasta, which was like, you know, it's not pizza, but like it's kind of close. But yeah, I'm doing okay on the diet. I eat all my food. He did not eat all of his, so energy-wise, I think I'm doing the same as before. I think I'm doing okay, but it's only one day on the diet, so we'll see where that goes.
Yeah, day 1 on the diet, I feel like I have plenty of energy. It feels good to have, not that we ever ate super bad, but you know, just cleaner food, measured proportions, which is like measured portions, which is kind of like the newer thing to me. You know, I love chicken and rice and broccoli and all that. So the food itself isn't hard. It's the amount and the amount of which, right? So like, you know, I'd usually load up on chicken and now, you know, I have a very fortunate amount of chicken, a lot of rice, and not even that much broccoli. And I really like broccoli.
Our breakfast was really big, and the rest of the meals aren't that big.
All right, so we'll continue to give you updates as we progress through the diet. Hopefully Tyler will have that video posted of us meal prepping. You can see what that looks like. How legs feel? Listen, for somebody that doesn't do legs, I felt pretty good doing the deadlift. and I felt good when I was doing lightweight squats. I've had problems with both my knees. I've had a torn meniscus in my right and a torn ACL in my left. And my left knee was just bothering me when I went above 135. And so I just stayed at 135 today. I hope to make improvements. I'm gonna try to get some stabilizing knee sleeves or something like that to help out with my legs. But first day back, you know, the honest truth is I've done it in and out for the last 25 years, but I haven't done it consistently since high school legs.
Yeah, my legs are definitely feeling it. I didn't go too heavy today, but my legs are killing me already, so there's that.
Yeah, and so I'm excited to incorporate legs regularly as part of our workout plan. Even if it is light, it's better than what I was doing before. We wrote down how my knees feel. My left knee is bothering me a little bit. I tweaked it. I don't know what I did on that 185 realm, but it's okay. You know, I backed off the weight and put myself in a position to where I can finish a workout with Tyler. Again, I'm not going to probably ever stop stressing it. That's why I'm out here to spend time with Tyler.
All right, next we have how the videos affected our workouts and our lives in general. Our workouts have been taking longer, a lot longer, and you lose some of the rhythm you normally have, but I think we're kind of getting used to it, at least I am. And other than that, videos take a lot longer than I thought they would to edit, and so it's taking up a big chunk of time, especially like way more than I thought it was going to. But it's worth it. I'm really excited to get these videos out, and hopefully we'll get some viewers who can help us better ourselves.
Yeah, like Tyler said, the videos do slow down the workout a little bit. I feel like that's going to continue to get better to where we can you know, find a better battle rhythm and minimize the impact that it has. What I don't feel that Tyler feels is the editing part, right? I don't have nothing to do with that. That's all him. This is his channel. You know, and as it grows and he decides to do more things, you know, you'll probably see less of me, or maybe more. We're talking about doing some other things that, if this is has any type of success, that we might unfold. But yeah, it's getting better. I think we'll find a good battle rhythm, and I don't have to do the editing, so that part doesn't bother me. Safety. You know, I was standing back and I was looking at the very end, and I was looking around, and you know, if somebody hasn't already thought it, I'll say it out loud. We didn't do a very good job safety today, especially when it comes to squats. We should have raised our safety rails. So if we did go down, that you know, we weren't crippling ourselves doing so. Spotter probably should have walked around just to be there, be present to help in case the situation happened. And then there was one time where one of us forgot to put the clip back on. And so, you know, remember, the lifter is ultimately the one lifting the weight, ultimately responsible. It's kind of like driving, right? The driver is responsible for everybody in the vehicle safety. The lifter is responsible for their safety and should always check the weight to make sure it's loaded correctly and has the safety rails on it, or safety clips.
Yeah.
So, other than that, I'll do a quick check on weather here, let you know what it's like. It feels like 91, and let's see if it will tell me what the humidity is. It is 80% humidity. So,
And that's according to the weather app. I know the Weather Channel app that a lot of people use says it's even hotter here.
Yeah, so, you know, it feels like 91, 80% humidity, and it's 9 o'clock in the morning. So, again, we're working out in extreme conditions. Make sure you're healthy and you're doing things smart. Hydrate, 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 hydrate. Fuel your body properly. Wear safety equipment, even though we weren't the best examples of that today. But yeah.
All right, we're going to go get our protein shakes.
Till next time.